1 egg inside your Cool Whip container, and now you're just gonna stir as you go, just like this, to pop the egg and incorporate some of that Cool Whip, right? Now, you're gonna get a mixing bowl, just like this, and you're just gonna pour everything in it. You want your Cool Whip not to be too cold and not to be too warm, okay? So you want kind of like this type of texture going on, like kind of like a cloud. And now you're gonna mix that up. And you wanna heat all that Cool Whip up, just like this, and incorporate the egg into it, okay? As you can see, we are going around town. Now you're just gonna get your spat, and you're gonna start mixing, folding the egg between the Cool Whip and stuff like that. Today we're making 4 ingredient cookies that are so wonderful for the holidays. It's gonna be absolutely amazing. Super moist cake mix. And you can use any cake mix you want. I'm just gonna open this up, guys. And this is a super simple recipe, so follow along. One whole, and you're gonna add this as you go. So I have 1 cake bag here. Okay, it's fine. And you're just gonna add a little at a time. So I'm gonna add 1/3 of this bag right now. Perfect. And you're just gonna whip that in there, because you don't want it to get too cakey. You want everything to get incorporated and go as is. As you can see, look at that cake. So it's mixing in nicely. You want to fully incorporate everything into your cookie batter. As you can see, it looks more like a cloud than cookie dough. But trust me, this is going to be the fluffiest cookies you've ever had. So as you can see, it needs some more cake mix. Add another 1/3. You want to mix as you go. You don't want to just pour the whole bag in, because it gets really, really cloddy. Okay, you don't want that. You don't want too much powder in the cookies. You want just enough. So look at that. Fully incorporate the whole mixture in and fold. This is why I use a spatula over a whisk. But if you have a whisk, go ahead, go to town on it. It just gets really trapped in there. This is more like a cloud rather than, look at that. It looks like a big marshmallow, right? So you're gonna add a little bit more. And this is why we add as we go, because if you add it all at once, it gets really hard to work with. Honestly, probably impossible to mix all of that in there at the same time. It look like this, kind of like a marshmallow-ish type of vibe. And you're gonna get an ice cream scooper, and you're just gonna scoop these tiny little cute balls onto your cookie tray. Right now I'm using a pizza pan because that's all I have, but this is the perfect holiday treat. It's super light, it's super airy. It's like eating a cloud cookie. I don't even know how to explain that even better than that, but that's what it is. So I'm gonna bake 5 at a time for you guys, because you don't want to overcrowd your plate, because they expand. So they expand. You make sure you grease up your pan, or you have a non-stick pan. If you have parchment paper, I would definitely use parchment paper. I just don't have parchment paper right now. I know, baker with no parchment paper. Now we're gonna get apple pie filling just in time for the holidays, okay? Perfect amounts of apple pie filling. And what I like to do is I add about roughly 1 to 2 pieces of apple on each one. Okay, so it's gonna expand nicely. I just add 1 little cute apple chunk on each one. And it's just perfect for the holiday flavor and season. So these cookies are gonna expand out. Okay, so they're going to expand out. They're gonna get nice and big and cloud, just think about like eating a cloud. That's how these taste and look. So they're gonna be super white, super holiday, super festive. We're gonna throw this in the oven at 350 for 13 minutes. At these, look how cute these are. Look at the base of it. Super crispy, super airy, super, super gentle. So these cookies are so moist. They basically like are so close to falling apart. Super airy and stuff like that. Make sure you bake it, and you want the bottom to be like this. And this is why I oil my bottoms very heavily, because it gets really crispy and absolutely lovely. Okay, so these cookies, if you think about it, are like a sugar cookie, something like that. They're super soft, super airy, right amount of sweet, right amount of savory. And they're only 4 ingredients, okay? My only change, I would do this differently, is to add the apple after everything is cooked fully. And you just gently place it there. I top these off with powdered sugar. And let's do a taste test, guys. So look at these. These are all done. These are 4 ingredient cookies, super easy to make, super yummy. So I'm just gonna tear this piece off. Look at how moist it is. It's so good. It's fluffy, it's crunchy on the base, and the apple, you have to try this. This is so good.